Why is my coaching special? It's personal. It's very personal. It's all about you. It's all about you meeting your needs and achieving your goals. Number 2, high standards. I'm going to be reminding you of higher standards. I'm going to hold you to a higher standard because I see that you can, because I see that you're capable, and that's why you're here. Number 3, there's an ideal that you know exists. It's not an external ideal. It's not about you copying another person. It's about you having faith in yourself and in your ability to become the person you know you're supposed to become. I'm here to support the person you are already becoming. When everyone is calling you an idealistic romantic, this is what they call me. But my biggest talent, my biggest superpower is my faith. I know that if I spend a little bit more time with myself, I'm going to get it. My faith is my biggest power, and I live it. An ideal, meaning what person do you know you can be? It's not about trying to live up to an impossible ideal. It's about integrating the ideal that you know is possible. This is you connecting with your humanity. The next point is that it's all about becoming more human. Here we're working on developing your second language identity, which means you're learning to become a different person that thinks, writes, speaks, sounds differently. This second language identity is probably still a baby or an angry teenager. And it's important that you support every development stage of that baby or of that new person you're becoming. You're angry at your second language identity because it can't express itself. It can't speak, it can't write, it can't be authentic. You can't stand up for yourself in English. You just agree with everything everyone says. You're a people pleaser. It's weak, and we're here to make it stronger. We are here to make it stronger together. So it's all about connecting to your humanity, and you will see that everyone's needs are universal. Enough of trying to divide people. Enough of these books that tell you, oh, we're all different because we grew up in different cultures. No, at a universal ground level, we're all the same. We all have universal needs. We all want to experience love. We all know the things that we reject. We all know deep inside what we can be, and we know that we're not doing the things that we know we should be doing with our lives. So we're just surviving. And this voice that keeps pushing you to do more with your life, it's there in any language. And you learning to be you in any language is very powerful. And what's interesting is that once you start developing this voice in a foreign language, your first language changes as well. Because you're integrating and you're becoming a more integrated human. You're integrating this part of you that you actually hate, that you think is not good enough, that requires so much effort. But you need to stop rejecting responsibility for developing this part of you, for developing your second language identity. You can go online and learn every grammar rule for free. There's no magic here. There's no mystery. There's so many YouTube lessons. The problem is that they don't help. And that's what I'm here for. Because this is just scratching the surface. And if you're here, you're done scratching the surface. You want everything you say to actually mean something. You're tired of this level at which you're stuck for years. Oh, how much is this? How can I go to the library? Oh, do you like it? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I like it. You're tired of being stuck at this level and not knowing how to really express yourself. You're tired of constantly apologizing for how not good your English is. And every time you say this, you hate yourself because it's been 20 years or 10 years or 15 years and you still saying the same phrase, oh, I'm sorry, my English is not good. And not because you're stupid, not because there's something very difficult about the English language. It's you hate yourself for saying that because you know you haven't really put in the effort. You know that you haven't really done anything and you probably have no idea what it is that you should be doing. What you could have done and you feel stuck. But We feel stuck for one reason only. We believe that whatever we're doing is working. That's why we keep repeating it. And I'm here to show you the things that are not working. I'm going to dissect your speech, how you speak, how you sound, how you put your thoughts together. And I'm here to show you exactly why you are stuck. Because you keep repeating the things that are not working anymore, but you believe with all your heart that they are working. They're not. And you need to see them. And when you see them, this is when you wake up, and this is when you start growing. When you see them, you will see why it's so damn difficult for you to build meaningful connections with people and to express your humanity and to even connect to your own humanity in another language. Because it doesn't really matter if it's another language. You're struggling universally, and this is so hard to accept. It's not that you can't express empathy in English. It's not that you can't be a kind person in English. It's that the kindness fundamentally scares the shit out of you. Is that empathy is an alien concept to you at a fundamental level. You probably don't even know how to express empathy in your first language. Not sympathy, but true empathy. Let's say in my first language, in Russian, empathy is not even in the culture. So if I say the words that I would say in English, let's say, or the words that would help me express genuine empathy to someone from my childhood, someone in my extended family, they would think I was weird. They would think there was something wrong with me. The empathy that you feel you could share to get closer to people might be rejected in their environment that you grew up in. And maybe the environment you grew up in and the environment you are living in right now is not really for you. And that's okay. But the problem is not the language itself or that you're lacking certain language skills. The problems run a lot deeper than that. We're talking about the fundamental skills of connecting with our own humanity. We're not talking about developing technical skills. Because yeah, we need to be working on these technical skills, but trust me, once you overcome your resistance, your internal resistance to this work, which is a lot more work than just the technical aspect of learning a language. Once you have stopped rejecting the responsibility, once you have made peace with this idea, and once you have accepted the idea that speaking at this level and holding yourself to a higher standard comes with responsibility. It comes with responsibility. And once you accept this responsibility, instead of running from it all the time, you will see that the technical aspects are just damn easy. You just show up for your accent practice once a week or twice a week, and you do the work. And if you do the work every week, things change. This is how it works. If you do the work every single day or every single week, things will change if you show up for the work without having resistance to the work. That's simple, very simple. But if you show up with this resistance, and if you haven't embraced the idea of responsibility, and if you're still subconsciously asking yourself, do I really meet this standard? Like, what am I really doing here? Maybe I'm okay. Maybe the level I have is okay. And maybe it is okay for you. And you don't have to speak like someone else. I'm not a role model either, because I'm not a native speaker myself. I'm doing my best. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. But we do have a standard. You can look at native speakers you admire, someone well-spoken, educated, someone who can articulate their ideas with clarity. You know what you want to sound like. English is something that exists. We have a standard. It's not like we're trying to learn something that we don't even know exists. You know it exists. You hear it every day. You go to YouTube and you can hear correct English all day long, but you can't associate yourself with it. You're not connected with this idea or with this standard enough. So the technical aspects are very easy. The exercises are very easy because the idea is simple. You do the exercises, you practice regularly, your skills change. The way you speak changes, the way you write changes. With practice, with iterations, with repetitions, with feedback, your skills fucking change. It's inevitable. And if they don't change, it means you're still running from the responsibility. You're probably even doing the technical work, but you haven't done the internal work enough. And this is where I help people the most. I help them do this internal work. because it's almost impossible to do this work alone. Especially when people see you as freaking idealistic romantics who are not connected with reality, by people who are disconnected from themselves and from reality, but they think they know a lot. They don't have this ideal, they don't have a standard. They think they know life. They think life is primitive, they think life is basic, and they laugh at you when you tell them about your ideals, when you tell them about your desire to break free, your desire to create more of who you are. Because if you don't desire more, there is no way you can create more or become more. You need to want more from life, from yourself. And wanting more from yourself comes with a responsibility. Just get it through your head. And if you are surrounded by people who laugh at you when you tell them these things, it's very difficult to connect to that higher purpose, to connect to that ideal, and to find courage to actually change something. Because you create a negative association with growth. You think that if you start growing, you're going to be a fool in the eyes of people around you and everyone will laugh at you. And maybe some people will. Maybe some people will. But they will not anymore when you have created that change. So I help people do their inner work. And of course, I give them the system that takes them to their goals a lot faster, because you don't have to spend hours and days and years with the same. That is insane. With the same grammar books, that's the most insane thing. People spend so much time with the same grammar books every single year and they get nowhere. Nowhere. They're back to square one. Oh, what was that present perfect about? I think I need to go and learn present perfect again. No, you don't need to learn present perfect again. You need to finally do the work that you've been running from for so long. Just do the work. And when you do this work, you learn a better way to learn. A better way to learn is always faster, because it's based on the truth, on the objective truth, which means if you show up to your practice, you will see results. If you show up to the practice, and you don't have to do the same thing that everyone else is doing. If you show up to the practice that is good for you, if you do the exercises that are good for you, your skills will change. If you start working on the skills that need work, your skills will change. And you learn the art of learning difficult, non-trivial skills that so many people have no idea how to learn. These are not hard skills or soft skills or technical skills. This is you connecting with your humanity. This is you becoming a better human. This is you understanding what you really need, learning to make decisions, not only in spontaneous speech in another language, but you're learning to make decisions relative to what it is that you need to learn and how you learn best. You become a better learner, not because I have a formula for a better learner and everyone can fit this formula. No, you learn to understand how you function, what you need to do and what you don't need to do. Is group work good for you? Is one-on-one coaching better for you? Is working with recordings on your own time and doing asynchronous work better for you? Is daily practice or weekly practice better for you? Just like, is bodybuilding or yoga better for you? You do yoga or bodybuilding not because someone tells you that this is trendy and this is what everyone in your community is doing and you should do the same. No, but because you understand your body so well that you know what it needs. And you see, I've been speaking to you all this time without any preparation. And this is the embodiment of my faith in myself. I think what's true about me is that I know what it means to be spontaneous, because I gave up on the idea of being prepared for life a long time ago. I am here, and when I speak, and I trust myself that I will find the words. I don't even need to find them. I trust myself and my body. I know that the words will come when I need to say what I have to say. I don't prepare any of my sentences. I don't prepare any of my ideas. I just let them speak through me, flow through me. So my truth is that I don't know anything. And I'm spontaneous. My expression is natural. It's not a performance. And because I accept that I don't know anything, I don't know what I'm going to say next. I don't know which words I will need to say in 3 minutes. I trust myself that the words will come. I know that I've practiced enough. The practice that you do on a daily basis prepares you for situations like this. You don't rehearse the situation. You practice your skill of dealing with uncertainty, of trusting yourself, and developing self-trust is one of the most important components of learning. You need to develop self-trust, which is not rooted in the idea that you think you can do it in the future. Like you believe in yourself. Like when people tell you, oh yeah, you have to believe in yourself. Come on, dude, you can do that. You can do that. It's not that. It's not that you think you can do that in the future. That thought scares you a lot because you've never done it before. And the fear of failure stops you. What if I fail? I've never done it before. I have no idea how to do that. But when I say self-trust, I mean a very different thing. I mean you trust yourself because you have done it many times before. This is how you develop self-trust. And only this way. You trust yourself because you know you've done it before. And you can do it one more time, no problem. This is self-trust. And my private group with the active community members is called Trust Yourself. We practice trusting ourselves. We practice doing the same exercises over and over again just to develop this self-trust, just to show to your scared brain and your scared soul that, look, I just did it. And look, I did it again. And look, I did it again. And it's been 65 times I've done it. So yeah, now I have confidence that I can do it. And even though I have no idea what life will ask from me tomorrow and what situation I'll have to be in tomorrow and what I'll have to say tomorrow and whom I'll have to speak to tomorrow, I know that I'll handle that because I trust myself. I've done it many times before and I can do it again. Honing in on that skill of exposing yourself to risk, because what is being spontaneous? It's all about taking the risk. It's all about being ready to deal with uncertainty. It might feel different for men and women because women surrender to this uncertainty and they tap into their bodies, and their bodies always know better. And the men who are able to deal with the intensity of the moment and who are ready to deal with it every single time, they are the most powerful men and they're the fastest learners. So this is the work that I do for language learners who want to hold themselves to a higher standard, and they're looking for someone who can remind them of that standard. They're looking for someone who can hold them to that standard. It's not an unattainable standard because I'm not selling people on the idea that they will become native speakers if they work with me. We will never become native speakers. I had to be born in an English-speaking country to be a native speaker. It's too late, okay? It's too late already. But I can develop native-like fluency. I can learn to be understood. I can develop mastery that I know I'm capable of. I'm passionate about it because I know deep inside that I can achieve it. And that's why I keep practicing it. No one has shown me how to do that. I had to make my way there. I had to develop the system, develop the exercises, learn the skills that I was lacking to make my way there. And now I can show this way to other people. But I'm doing this because I know I can, even though I haven't been there yet. And this is the most confusing thing for people. They are scared because they have no idea where they're going and how long this will take. They think they know what they want, but in reality, they have no idea what they want because they've never experienced it. So they have no idea what it feels like to be absolutely fluent. They have no idea what they will sound like, what connections and relationships they will have once they're there. They have no idea what it tastes like, what it feels like. And that's scary. And that makes you doubt yourself a lot. And I get it, because I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat with you guys. I just have decades of more experience. And this is what I mean by I have faith. I know I can get there. And I don't know when, but I know I cannot give up. I know I should continue moving. I know I should continue practicing. There's no going back. There's no going back to the old me who is afraid of people, who is afraid of her own power, who is afraid of confrontation, who is afraid of showing intense emotions in any language, trust me, in any language. There's no going back to that person. And I'm not really working on my English as much as I'm working on myself and my ability to express myself fully and authentically in any language. And I am happy to work with individuals who feel deep inside that they can connect with what I'm saying, who can connect with something in themselves that resonates with the ideas I'm sharing, who feel that while they're listening to me, they're actually listening to their internal voice, reminding them of everything they can be, and it's not too late. They can be all these things. They just don't really know where to begin or how to tell their fear to stop sabotaging their efforts. They know that they can get there, and they've been always looking for someone who can guide them, support them, and tell them, hey, you're all right. I've been there, and I'll show you the way, and we can walk together, rather than laugh at their ambition. I know these people are there. Serving these people, helping them achieve their goals, is what gives me fulfillment. Because at the end of the day, I myself needed to know that I'm not alone. I'm not crazy. I'm not delusional. And maybe, yes, I'm idealistic, but I'm not delusional. I'm not disconnected from reality. It's that people are disconnected from each other so much that we need something to bring them together. And if I can do a little bit to bring people together, to create connections, to unite people, rather than divide them, I'm doing something good. Thank you so much for listening. And if you've always wanted to achieve more, if you've always felt that you can speak better and you're tired of being stuck at the same level, if you want to take your connections and your relationships with people and with yourself, to be honest, to a different level, to a new level, I'll be happy to talk. Connect with me, work with me. A first 20-minute call is on me. I'll be happy to sit down and talk to you about your needs, and we can take it from there.